It's day 2 with 48 delegations and more than 260 exhibitors on the floor, actively engaging interest, confident in forging new relationships and business leads.
Molco is a South African company. We were established in 1981. We became quite famous for the regional equipment manufacturers of the 40mm grenade launcher. Since 2015, we've expanded rapidly into multiple sectors of the defense industry as well as civilian applications, including armored vehicles, weapon systems, naval vessels, as well as unmanned aerial vehicles as well. Being a South African company and the diamond sponsor of this event, we are quite privileged in the fact that we hold quite a big market in this country as well. So being a South African country, it is proud for us to show our heritage as South Africans and also show the capabilities we have available, not just for the domestic market, but also for the global market. So some of our major investments include an upgrade and modernization of the boats, the IPC, as well as a heavy investment into unmanned aerial technologies. These systems include a massive build-up of capabilities within the country, which is broken down up until a hardware and software level capability for not just unmanned aerial vehicles, but multiple platform upgrades and modernization as well. So obviously our weapon systems are quite well known around the world. They have been predominantly used by a lot of armed forces around the world. So the next step for Molco, the future project we are aiming at, is obviously the sale of the UAV, implementing into countries, doing transfer of technologies with those countries to be able to boost their local economy, being able to also build on their own defense capability as well. So some of the further investments like we look into is not just the African continent as a whole, but globally. The delegations that have come through are quite well received. We have received some high-ranking officials from both the ministry and defense forces around the world, and especially the African continent. So in terms of turnout, it's been quite busy. We've enjoyed the show till this far. The engagements have been considerably good as well. Like I said, we have quite good quality products as well. So the engagements in terms of future deliveries seem quite promising.
Aerotech Test Facilities is a division of Armscor, and our purpose is to do vehicle and component testing as part of the acquisition responsibility of Armscor for the military. Our target market is, first of all, we serve the Department of Defense as part of the acquisition responsibility, but then we also serve the commercial sector. And when you talk about the commercial sector, you talk about the vehicle manufacturers in South Africa, you talk about the vehicle manufacturers internationally, and then we also serve in South Africa the truck and bus industry, the mining industry, the component and the supply industry that supply all these major manufacturing industries. But we also diversified and provide corporate event services and advanced driver training. And then on this beautiful facility that we have a restaurant and conference facility that can support all these businesses that we do at Geritech.
The company's ability to interpret design tailored to our customers' specific requirements remains our strong point. One of our products that we're currently showcasing this year will be our driveline control manifold, which can either be hardwired or CAN bus controlled from the driver's console. And we've been fortunate that 90% of all the vehicles on this year's shows got our systems fitted on. So certain customers need to identify that the run flat insert is being fitted onto their vehicle. By adding a RF tag onto the run flat and having a card reader, we can identify through an app by adding the vehicle's registration number, and by presenting the RF reader to the tag, we can automatically pick up the identification of the RF tag on the run flat insert.
AAG has 3 partners. That's us, Armscor, that's AMD, and as well as CASA. So that is actually the premise of why we are here. but also to showcase our own technologies, to show that we're not just simply, in the design and and procurement space, but we actually develop our own technologies. We also, would like to, on that basis, to show our capabilities to not only the continent but to the world. This year we have largely our R&D technologies, which would be the gas masks, the gas cannon. We also have a mobile lab outside. So we're actually quite pleasantly surprised, first of all, the response, because this is 4 years, since the last AAD and post 2 years since COVID. We were really worried about the response, but we say we've exceeded our expectations in terms of, the filling up the spaces, but also in terms of the interactions and the representations, particularly from the continent. We have to say, as a continent, we're really pleased to have, our counterparts making their presence known within the show. So that is actually for me being the highlight.
ASMAT is part of Armscore, and we are one of the manufacturers within the group. We're a small manufacturer situated in Centurion. What we do is we manufacture mainly cartridges and canisters, which is respiratory protection. The half masks uses cartridges, and then the full face is the canisters. We also have the manufacturing facility in Centurion where we assemble these, we buy all the raw materials in, and we even have a carbon impregnation plant. So the carbon impregnation plant is where we add value. It's one of the capabilities which there is not a lot of in the world. So that's where we pride ourselves in. Very important on the mask, we do not only supply the military, but we also supply commercial industries. So all the products you see here today is consumed and used by the mining industry, petrochemical industry. So none of the products, you can't just use any product. It's very specific to your environment. If you're working in a mine, it's a specific technology that you use. And then we have developed and improved on our carbon that we use in the filters. We've tried to make use of less waste. So it's very important for us not to pollute the environment. So when we manufacture these, that we minimize the waste that we create when we do that. We also, all our products comply with the NRCS or the SANS SABS, the old SABS standards. And we constantly try to improve and make sure that our products fully comply with the newest international standards. So we keep up to date and constantly improve on what we've got to offer.
Okay, I think it's very important to take note that AB Logistics is the in-house shipping department and travel division that assists the Armscore, the MOD, the DOD with any arrangement and requirements as requested. As we are appointed as a clearing and a travel agent, we work nationally and globally. So we assist all over the world because we're part of Armscore. We're responsible with all the peacekeeping operations into Africa, where we assist the DOD with deployment. And as we speak, we're busy with another project. So yeah, we're quite busy to assist and help the DOD with their requirements, especially into Africa.
Imagine how far you would go. Knowing is power.
So what we are providing is an holistic, let's say, platform. As an example, that's CAD agnostic. So it means we can work with anybody doing CAD system, Dassault system, PTC, Siemens, whatever. So we are having partnership with all those type of companies, as an example. Okay. Then obviously we are providing all those applications into the cloud. So here we are having another type of application partnership with Microsoft, as an example. We are having as well. So the portfolio is very complex. So if you're moving, from the system, the IoT part of the platform, here, as an example, we're having some partnership with PTC. So at the end of the day, if you look on Ansys, obviously we're having our own strategy, we're having our own portfolios, we're having a set of acquisition, but we're having as well a lot of partnership in every areas. With the people I've mentioned. So we are very strong in partnership. The spending is the R&D, because at the end of the day, if you look what we are providing to the market, it's very high-tech product. So the focus is really R&D. The product of the future is really the ability to manage the system of the system. And if you look, coming back to Africa, I don't know if you are aware, but Africa will launch within the next 3 years 40 satellites. So it means it's 6 times the number of satellites they launch till they have started to launch some. So to do this, obviously you need to develop the product, but you need to put this product in context. So that's really for me the next era for Ansys is to put the product in context.